Set, so I had to go out to the doctor today, and my voice keeps cutting in and out, so sometimes it's better, sometimes it's not. It just depends on if I've just drank water or hot tea or something like that. So I did a really easy no foundation makeup look today, and I figured I would show that off before I wash it off. This is the new Ofra lipstick, and it's still coming off on my finger like 10 hours later. And this is supposed to be one of their long-lasting liquid lipsticks. Don't ask me the color, I'll have to look because it doesn't, there's nothing on here that tells me what the color name is on this. It just gives me a 20% off, 30% off code. It says Ipsy 30 off of any Ofra products. And it's like in my mouth for hours. They're matte liquid lipsticks, and it's not transfer proof. I've got all kinds of like spots missing from like drinking water or vaping, so it's kind of crazy. But I use the new Smashbox Always On Gel Eyeliner. I lined with it, and then I screwed up and went way over the edge. So I tried to wing it, and my phone rang while I was winging it, so I moved my head. So one side looks decent, and the other side looks like I ran into a door. I'm also wearing the Smashbox X-Rated mascara. Makes my lashes look like super, I mean, my lashes are long anyways. They're just blonde on the end. But it's got this weird, let me put this down for a second. This is like the weirdest mascara wand I've ever encountered, and I've seen a lot of mascara wands in my years. It is a triangle against the there's only bristles on the three sides, so you have to be very careful using it, because if not, you gotta do this and you end up with it all the way up in your eyebrow, so that's not a good thing. So then I used the Pixie by Petra eyeshadow. I did the light color all over my lid, and I used the darker color in my crease. And then to darken it up on the outside, I used the Mannequin d'Ar. This is actually supposed to be a highlight bronzer duo, but it was here on my bathroom counter, so I used this all over. And then I also used the light shade in my own inner corner. And then this is the Mannequin d'Ar. When I dropped my makeup bag, the other one shattered, so I added alcohol to it, and it's not pretty, but I mean, I just barely touched it. Finger over it lightly. Like champagne-y color, and it's like for blush, highlight, or eyeshadow. And then I used the Pacifica Wild Rose Natural Minerals blush, which it's a little too coral for me, so like it looks like I've got bad tan right here on my face. Or at least that's what it looks like to me. I haven't had anybody say anything. I used the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer underneath of it, just to here. Because I have, if you look at me straight on, because I'm part Native American, my cheekbones are rather predominant and high. And I've got this natural hollow here anyways, so I don't really need to, but I guess you could say. And then I use the Ofra Cosmetics, let's see, this is it. This is the carton it came in. It's called Bliss Eyeshadow slash Highlighter. And since I use these for my makeup line, I just kind of took it out of that little carton. And I've got, this is from Ofra, it's called Banana. This is from Ofra. And then I've got one more. Let's see, what's the third one? Bliss Rendezvous. Because it's really dark. Yeah, it's this one. This is Rendezvous, and it's a blush, but it's like brown. I would use it as an eyeshadow because these are the color blushes that I use, and these are actually my line. And you've got Cameo, Zen, and this one here is Misbehave. Pop Bliss out. This is the highlight that I'm wearing today. And they don't sell this like as a highlighter. They have one called Blissful, but it's not the same color. And then they've got another one. I can't think of it right off the top of my head. It's like Rio Grande or Rio Drive or Rio de Janeiro or something like that. That's the color of the other one. That it's kind of like an in between the Blissful and the Rio, and I'll link it down below. And so that is the highlight that I'm wearing today, and I did it here, a little on my forehead, my Cupid's bow, which is probably worn off by now. I didn't put any powder on. I didn't put my BB cream on, which I usually use instead of foundation. And this is actually probably the only thing that I've found that matches my skin, because it warms up to the chemicals in my skin, because I either have too pink or too brown, or I should say too orangey, and I'm really green looking. Well, not in the bathroom lights, but you can see here along my jawline how green I look. Come on my neck, up here is more green. Each shirt. There's something white next to my skin, so you can see. I mean, even here you can see the green in my skin. Definitely right here on my nose. Here. Under my eyes, like I've got this green line here, and then of course the purple from, because I'm too thin here and the capillaries are just showing through, or allergies. Doctors always told me it was allergies. And I went up to here, and like powder went up there, and I just kind of like went to rub it, and I went and rubbed it all the way up here. So I've got highlighter from here to here, which, I mean, I know that's where a lot of people wear it. Not some intense highlight. I really love the color. I wish that they would make that and like sell it. I'll go ahead and put a swatch on my hand. With the Mannequin d'Art, which by the way, the Mannequin d'Art product is called Fantasy. I mean, just the color payoff on my finger. Fantasy is here. I'll put it below that. Have it on my finger. I'll do this. Top, and then Bliss is in the middle of my hand. If you can see the difference, which either one actually works really good as a highlight, but Bliss is, man, it's like, hello, I'm like there. See, when the light hits it, plan, and the highlights are just so freaking soft. I would be afraid to drop one, to be honest, but like, hand, red. And seriously, like 3/4 of my hand is glowing. Serious highlight. It's definitely not joking. And I've got, you know, the banana highlighter that they sent me, which I'm not really fond of using yellow anything because of my skin tone. I mean, shit. Yellow. But here, I'll do you one better. I just barely put my finger in it. If I was to wear this as a highlight, I think I would look like a clown. Just because of how yellow it is. It's not nearly as soft. Whoop. It's not nearly as soft as Bliss, and it's kind of more powdery. It feels kind of chalky, I guess. I mean, if I was to not have warm tone skin and set my under eyes with it, I think it would probably work just fine, but I do have warm tone skin, or at least so I've had people tell me. And then when I got done, instead of using like a setting spray, I use the Avene thermal spring water, which they say that you can use it to set makeup. And because I've got really dry, acne prone skin, which is funny because most people that have acne usually have really oily skin, and I've got really dry skin, and I've got breakouts like crazy. But it also has to do with that face mask that I used the other day. It wasn't this one. It's by the same brand, but it was the other one of these that I did 2 days ago. Yeah, it had to have been 2 days ago, because yesterday morning I woke up and my entire face had it was attacked. And I'm afraid to use that one. And they sell those individual sheet masks on their website for $10 each. So I'm not going to use that. If somebody wants to buy it, I will sell it or give it away. Either of the two, because I've got 4 or 5 breakouts up here. I've got some breakouts over here. My entire chin is covered. Underneath I just knocked on the O for lipstick and the Smashbox eyeliner. underneath all the blush and stuff over here, I've got breakouts like freaking crazy. And I've got this one here, but mainly it's my forehead and my chin. And since my washcloth is still a little damp, I'll do this side. The blush and the bronzer off because I put a little on my forehead and along my jawline. Okay. My shirt. Now that, well, of course the highlight's still there, that stuff is like bulletproof. You could put that stuff on and go jogging and people would be like thinking you're sweating your butt off, but see, breakout, 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 breakout. I mean, my whole face is just riddled with breakouts from that sheet mask. See? That's what was underneath all the bronzer. It's all hiding under the bronzer. Still has, you know, some highlight in the middle and bronzer. Of course, my blush and bronzer on this side. You can see that one peeking through. I even have one here. That's from what I just did, the highlight. Here, I'll show you. I'll get this wet. I'm not even going to wring it out. My nose is wet. I'll pat it. Oh, there. Because I'm rubbing pretty hard underneath, or I should say through all the redness. It didn't go anywhere. Is that not crazy? That over highlighter is no joke. Let's see if the eyeshadow does. I found another Pixie product. This is the eye pen in Opal Overcoat. That is right up over the top of the black and then right here in this part of my eye because I've got a very narrow nose and my eyes are real close set. Well, actually my whole face here is real narrow. So I try and use lighter colors in the corner to make things. Of course, the eyeliner didn't go very far. Finger. Eyeshadow. Of course, I didn't get there, but so the Pixie stuff isn't quite as die hard as this. So I'm gonna go ahead This is my Melaleuca face wash. I have. Now I know the face wash says to like avoid your eyes and stuff like that, but I've been using it for about a year and a half, 2 years now, straight. So I'm kind of used to it. And yes, if you get it in your eye, it does burn like the son of a gun. But as you can see, it takes off waterproof makeup really well. It's funny, it was 83 degrees today here in Florida, and I've got the water on as hot as it'll go, and it's still coming out like ice water. We're supposed to be in the 80s all week this week. So for the past couple weeks it's been in the 40s and 50s during the day, and then the week before Christmas or Hanukkah or Yule, whichever you celebrate, if you celebrate any, it's supposed to be hot. And next week should be about the same temperature wise. So Thanksgiving was chilly, and every year, hands down, I mean, there is always every Halloween here in Florida, it gets really cold, because I used to go camping at one of the festivals here in Florida, and you would, think that with it being October in Florida, that it would be nice and warm. Nope. Not the end of October. I mean, we've had it get down into the 30s on Halloween night. And trying to camp when most stores in Florida do not sell any winter. I mean, this is considered a winter shirt. They call it a thermal shirt, which all it is that thermal design, and it's got ruching on the sleeve. It's not even a 3/4. It's not a half, and it's not a 3/4. It's a half 3/4 shirt, and it's all lace back here. So all of this is all, exposed to the wind, and it's actually really, out of here. And it's really pretty. Don't get me wrong, but this is what they consider a winter shirt. Now, the other shirt that I have that I absolutely love, and I love cowl neck shirts. This looks really thin. Like, I mean, you can see my hand through it, but it is very warm. And the front of it, I'm not getting even more stuff over. It's a double layer in the front. So you've got the real pretty lace on the front, and then you've got like this stuff on underneath, which is like a white shimmery fabric. And then of course the cowl neck, which you can buy, which I really like. And it's got that go down to, here on my hand, which is nice because I have really long arms. But in the sleeve, it's got this little doodad. roll up the sleeve. If I can find the sleeve out of it, and it's got a little pocket in the front. Thought it was cool. Put my keys in it. It's considered winter wear in Florida. I've even had friends from out of state. I've like begged them, does your Walmart sell like winter jackets? Like, what do you mean a winter jacket? I'm like, well, Florida thinks a windbreaker is a winter jacket. Like, a windbreaker, you know, like parachute material. Granted, if I'm gonna, you know, want to keep hot air in something, that would be great. If I was, you know, in the upper atmosphere and I'm fighting wind currents, but for a jacket when it's actually really windy, windbreakers really don't break wind. They, the wind just goes right through it, and it's very thin on the outside, and it's got a real thin layer on the inside, and you're freezing because the wind is blowing through your jacket. And they sell these like faux, like, it looks like wool on the inside, zip up hoodies, and even those aren't warm. And I don't know, I have to ask friends out of state, live up north, to buy stuff like that, or I have to buy a jacket. I went on one of those websites that you use your phone to buy with from years ago, and there was a girl from Alaska that I used to buy a lot of clothes from, and I asked her one day in her comments, and I said, you don't happen to have a jacket by chance, do you? And she's like, yeah, I've got a couple I could sell. Why? I was like, well, I live in Florida and I freeze my butt off. Anything below 75 and I'm frozen. And she's like, yeah, let me list a couple things. So she listed like 3 jackets for me and bundled them. And I mean, one of them is this color green. It's atrocious, but it's warm. I don't care that it is the equivalent of school bus yellow in a green. And don't get me wrong, green is my favorite color. But since I'm already this color, I really don't want to put fluorescent green on my body. I stick to like peaches and the cream color, and like, this is another shirt. I pulled it out the dryer the other day. I was gonna wear. But I wear stuff like this, pastels. And I'm one of those kind of skin tones that can wear like all seasons. The only colors that really don't look good on me are olive green. A lot of bright yellows don't look good on me. I can wear like I can wear that shade of yellow. This banana color I can wear as clothing wise, but as for the other yellows, like something this bright, I can't get away with anything this bright. It has to be more of a pastel shade of yellow for me to wear it. And I think certain shades of maroon, it has to stay away from the brown side. More of the purpley brown reds, those I can get away with, but the more brownish green reds, I can't wear those. So those are really the only colors that I can't wear. So like olive greens, the bright yellows, bright greens, that kind of stuff I can't wear. And then like the brownish brick red colors. But yeah, I can wear just about anything else color wise. Like this peach is a really pretty color, but when you put it in makeup and put it on my face, it doesn't go. But I can wear it for clothing and it looks nice. So I don't know, it's just one of those weird things. So I digressed. Here I was talking about makeup, now I'm talking about clothes. So one of those days, people, one of those days. And here I am 30 minutes in on a video, and I just wanted to show you my makeup look today. the no foundation makeup look. I just can't, people don't realize just how green I look. I mean, look at that. Looks like somebody like raped me and punched me right in the face and I got a big old bruise there, but I don't. That's natural. See, it's on both sides. It's green. Now this stays pretty pink. Through here, my forehead right here stays pink. And if you look, green, green, pink, green, in here, my chin, like this area, right in here is a little, oh, there's a little pink spot here, pink spot here, but basically the rest of my face is really green, like a pink color. Percent come off on that eye, but that's okay. Lid from the other one. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not going to bed just yet. And the lip color definitely stained because I used my Dr. Lip because I was using a lay, so my lips are lip stained, but the top lip didn't. Popsicle out on my tongue. Anyways, sorry for being goofy and crazy, and I'm tired. I've been up since midnight and it's probably 9 o'clock. I started this at 9. So it's probably 9:30 now because it's been recording for 30 minutes. So I'm gonna let you guys go. If you watch this long, then click that subscribe button. I will be doing more reviews and more hair tutorials coming up. I just uploaded 5 videos today. It's been taking since midnight to get 5 short, under 10-minute videos to upload to YouTube, and that's before I add the title and the description and the date and all the other fun stuff that I do to it. I'm not real savvy when it comes to editing, even though I have iMovie. I don't know how to use it. I've watched tutorials. I still can't figure out how to use it, so you get what you get until I can afford to buy editing software, which I have my eye on Adobe After Effects, and I do have a Patreon, but I've never had anybody donate to it, so maybe I'll start putting those links in the description again, along with my other social medias like Snapchat and Instagram, Facebook, that kind of stuff. I do have those. I just don't usually post them in my descriptions anymore, but I should start, I guess, doing that again. But I will see you guys